Okay, you gotta behave. You gotta behave, buddy. And no, you can't have my beer. My beer. Not yours. Poop. Put my beer over here so you don't knock it over with your tail. All right. We are live. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Had to join me. Mama didn't want to be bugged by him, so he had to come bug me. So, we'll see how long this lasts. No, you're not drinking my beer. My beer. Sit nice, or I'm kicking you out. All right, so we are going to review tonight's Impact Wrestling. We are on the road to Homecoming. We are about a month out. Wow. This year is almost gone, folks. It's crazy. So much has happened this year with this brand. Just in wrestling in general. It's been nuts. Absolutely cannot wait for Homecoming. It's going to be one hell of a way to kick off the new year. And I'm really wondering how the title landscape is going to look at the beginning of the new year with Impact Wrestling. It's really going to be, I think it's really going to be shook up. I really think it is. So let's just start at the beginning and run through this. I'm tired. It's been a long, emotional day. We're just going to start at the top and go to the end. We're not going to jump around like we do sometimes. We'll keep it easy. We'll keep it simple on J-Bone tonight. Sound good? Little man? All right. He's going to behave too. Awesome. So we start out tonight with the match. This is a qualifying. We get two qualifying matches, for who's going to show up in the Ultimate X. We get, in the first match, we get Jake Christ versus Willie Mack. And of course, the odds are stacked up against Willie Mack. Of course, all of OVE is there. Willie Mack really should have had some backup in his corner, because I think he had a good chance to win this. But, Jake Christ is good. He's very underrated. Very underrated. And he showed that tonight. Willie Mack had some tremendous moves against him. But that the odds with everyone, with Callahan out there and Dave paying dividends tonight. Jay comes out with a win here. That top rope cutter. Oh my God. That was crazy. That was nuts. You okay, buddy? Settle down. Sit nice, okay? What you doing? You're so goofy, cat. Yeah, that top rope cutter was nuts. So yeah, Jake Christ advancing to Homecoming, the Ultimate X. Do you want out? Really? Cat wants out. Cat wants out. We can't have the cat clawing at the door in the midst of me trying to do this. All right, so we're going to move our notes back over here where we usually have them. There we go. All right, so first qualifying match for the Ultimate X. The Ultimate X at Homecoming. Jay Christ wins. But, you know, as long as we're talking about qualifying matches, we'll talk about the second one. The second Ultimate X qualifying match, Matt Sydal versus Ethan Page. Honestly, I feel like the odds in this one were really against Ethan Page because Sydal is so good. He's such a good X Division guy. But Ethan Page is also very underrated. He's very athletic. He's, in a sense, kind of like Willie Mack is. He's a big guy, but the stuff he can do is like, oh, he can really do a lot of stuff. He can. Ethan Page is good. And it just makes me so happy to see him on this brand. And the fact that he won this match, oh my God. We'll call that, you know what? We'll call that an upset. Because in so many ways, Ethan Page shouldn't have won this. He shouldn't have. Fix this. There we go. Okay. It's better. I don't know. This is bothering me. See, I want to change this. I don't know how though. I just want to change it. But a hell of a match between Ethan Page and Matt Sydal. I wrote something down here. Oh. The move that went into the commercial break that split up the match, the cutter to Sydal on the apron. That was tremendous. That was crazy. And then Ethan Page, who is not your typical top rope guy, he's starting to pull moves like that I've never seen him before, that I've never seen him use in Evolve or anywhere. It's crazy. It's just that's one thing he worked on this year though, was like top rope moves and, you know, middle rope moves and stuff like that to really expand his in-ring work. And he comes out with a swanton. What the hell, Ethan Page? That's crazy. And then they were doing this back and forth roll-up thing at the end, but Ethan Page gets the win. Just blew me away. I was like, wow, I did not see that coming. I mean, trust me, I love Ethan Page, and I wanted him to win, but I did not think he was going to. So let's go back towards the beginning then. After the first qualifying match, we get Allie with Su Yung versus Heather Monroe. Heather Monroe really looking good in this match against Allie. I mean, Allie is a different person now. She's changed. She's more vicious. She's more conniving. She's totally on the dark side now. As we see, especially towards the end of this match where, you know, she was doing the mandible claw after she got the win over Heather Monroe. And that vicious code breaker, man, it's it's a code breaker that would make um, Y2J proud. Let me tell you, it's something she's very good at. Then Kiera Hogan comes down and gets attacked as well. Uh, man, I got a feeling we're gonna end up seeing Kiera Hogan versus Allie soon. I'm thinking Homecoming, but I don't know. I know a lot of people want Rosemary to come back, but I don't think she's cleared. I don't know what her status is, other than she's still out. But that's got to happen. Allie versus Rosemary. And if you watched this match, there was someone in the background lurking. I say lurking because this, you tell it was a girl. If you looked, if you're looking at the ring and you see the stage in the background, off to would be the right. Excuse me. There was someone way in the back, next to the stage, next to the ramp. She had a hood over her head, like a sweatshirt hood, and she was covered up like this. And I'm like, who is that back there? I don't think it was like someone purposely put there, but it just looked suspicious as hell. It's like, ooh, who is that? Who? Like I said, who's lurking in the background there? If you go back and look at it, you'll see it. I wonder if anybody else, because I wasn't on social media tonight. I watched it late. I just got done watching it, so I don't know if people were talking about this mysterious person in the background. Could have been no one. Could have been no one. I don't know. Just the fact that she was hooded and covered up looked very mysterious. So I'm gonna fix my shirt. Let's see. But Heather Monroe looked great. She's also in Ring Warriors, I think. I think that's where I've seen her before. But yeah, even though she hasn't come out on top in these matches, when she was used in Impact Wrestling, she looked great. She really did. I hope this earns her a roster spot down the road. I really do. Because she's someone who can do well in Impact, I believe. What's next? Oh, we get a tag match with the Desi Hit Squad against someone who looked familiar. And it was Damian. I don't know what they called him. Oh, Damian Hyde. It's Damian Drake from Ring Warriors. So it's interesting that there's a little talent exchange going on here. Oh, during these tapings. And what's also funny is if you watch the last Ring Warriors from this past weekend, so now we got twice in 1 week where Damian just got, clobbered. And who's that other guy? Something Lemons? Really? And he ate some lemons in the ring. I must have blinked or turned away for a minute. I missed him eating lemons. Just weird. But Desi Hit Squad coming out with a win here. Looking good. Rohit Raju and Raj Singh with Gama Singh at side. Gama seems to be in a much better mood lately. And that's what happens when you like regroup and you get a couple wins under your belt. You get a happy manager. That's what happens. So funny seeing Damian Drake on Impact Wrestling, even though he came out, losing. So nonetheless, then we get a very interesting introduction. Katarina's talking about Jordan Grace, and in the process of talking about her with Mackenzie, she introduces someone new, Ruby Reyes. I have not seen this woman before, but she looks pretty badass. Just first opinion. I'm going to have to Google her or, look her up on YouTube and see what she's like in the ring. I think someone in my chat last week was talking about her, but I didn't know who they were talking about. Now I do. So, yeah. So I have no doubt we're going to get a Ruby Reyes versus Jordan Grace possibly next week. Not quite sure, but obviously soon. So this little feud with Jordan Grace and Katarina is not over, because now there's like a 2-on-1 advantage here. It's interesting. Let's see how that turns out. But Jordan Grace is pretty damn tough. Pretty damn tough. Can't wait to see that. Then we get a GWN flashback to when Chris Sabin was cashing in his X Division Championship. Was that the Option C? Back when Hogan was around. Was this? I think it was the year after Aries did it. I think they did it 2 years in a row. I'm not sure if they did it after that. I think it's been dormant for a while, but I can't remember. So going back that far is a little fuzzy. But they showed the segment prior, and then they showed the end of the match at, was it Destination X? I think that's when it was. Bully Ray versus Chris Sabin. And Chris Sabin coming out with a win. And that was a nice little, the TNA was okay back then. I know Aces and Eights was pretty popular. And Bully being champ was, in my opinion, Bully was a good champ. I mean, the way he carried that company was pretty good. He really reinvented himself as a singles competitor. And I know years later when he came back to the WWE, I know a lot of fans wanted him to do that again, and he never did. But he's doing something similar in Ring of Honor now. 2019 is going to be interesting to see if he does something similar and gets a push in Ring of Honor with his heel character, because right now he's just clobbering the shit out of Flip Gordon. So yeah, we'll see. Be something to keep an eye out for. Ring of Honor is going to change a lot next year. They're losing a ton of people, but they're also gaining some. So that company is really going to look different in the coming year. It's going to be something think I'm going to pay closer attention to. Because right now, I'll be honest, all I've been paying attention to as far as Ring of Honor is like the being the elite stuff. But they deserve more attention than that, honestly. So, but yeah, nice flashback to the whole rivalry between Sabin and Bully Ray. And then Sabin cashing in his X Division, the Option C, and winning the championship, which I don't think he was champion very long, from what I remember. I don't think he was champion very long at all. Then we get Eli Drake coming out of the Impact Wrestling official's office and being informed that he's going to be he has to go through with this meeting Abyss at the Monsters Ball at Homecoming. That's what the letter was. Apparently it was handwritten. Congratulations to Abyss for having a handwritten note. I don't know. Did you blow up all the balloons too? That Abyss is a man of many talents. Oh, man. So, yeah. So, Homecoming, we're getting Monsters Ball. Eli Drake versus Abyss. That's going to be crazy. The next segment, just goofy as hell. The Rascals. The Rascals, and then a smoke show shows up. And their reaction to her is just priceless. And then she like poofs, disappears at the end of the segment. How weird was that? The funniest part of it, in my opinion, is Trey Miguel. All of a sudden, he had a shirt on, and then he didn't have a shirt on. And he's like spraying whatever, I don't know, spraying something on himself. And like, hey, you come here often, or whatever he said. It was like, but nonetheless, this the smoke show, Scarlett Bordeaux, was very impressed with their win last week. I heard they were going to be on this week. I was hoping it was going to be another match, but I'll take a goofy ass segment like this. Okay, I'll take it because I love these. I think it's something. I mean, obviously the first one was a lot more, okay, for lack of better words, I'll say controversial, because it was an obvious nod to the 70s show where they're all smoking, you know. But they were goofy in this one too. And how appropriate. It's honestly a stroke of genius that they put the smoke show where the Rascals were smoking. But I didn't get why Scarlett Bordeaux all of a sudden disappeared. I haven't smoked marijuana in well over 20 years. It's 20 years? It's over 20 years. And I remember laughing a lot. I remember getting the munchies. Oh, yeah. Made many trips, made many runs to the border, if you will. But I don't remember stuff disappearing. But that was like another lifetime ago for me, so I don't know. They must be smoking some next level shit if they're, you know, if they have guests appearing and disappearing. And then there's a there was a bear in the hotel room. What? I love these guys. They crack me up. Hey, I just noticed we got a like. Thank you, whoever gave me a like on the live show. Most appreciated. Must be one of my regulars. No one's in the chat tonight, although it is very late tonight. It's understandable. But I wanted to get this out of the way because I've got a doctor's appointment at noon tomorrow. And just the rest of my day is going to be busy. So this is going to be it for the week, pretty much. So as tired as I am, and I apologize for sounding so tired, it's not the beer, it's work. Okay, it's been a long ass day. This is what happens to my voice when I get tired. It goes down a lot. It's like that R&B singer. I'm like the Barry White of podcast reviews. Anyways, all right, back to this. Just getting goofy. Tired and goofy. It's a bad combination. So yeah, that Rascals segment was hilarious with Scarlett Bordeaux. I loved it. And then we'll get to what's coming up next week for one of the Rascals in just a little bit. Very excited about that. Okay, we talked about the other qualifying match that was right after this. That was Seidel versus Ethan Page, and Ethan Page coming out with the win. I'm still shocked. But at the end of the match, they still were like friends. They didn't turn on each other. They shook hands out of respect, which shocked me. I honestly thought Seidel was going to, because he looked like he was going to turn on Ethan Page, but he didn't. I know he was thinking about it. I know he was frustrated. Trust me, I'd have been frustrated too. The mentor being beaten by the student, if you will. Then we get seeing shit now. I'm not smoking next level shit. The next segment was interesting. We're back at Shady Acres, and Eddie Edwards is talking to none other than Raven. And I said last week, Raven's going to show up on Impact Wrestling. I didn't say who, but I said a former champion. Who? Oh my God. It was so funny in the chat when I was talking about this. It was Andre Corbeil said something to the effect of, what did he say? Your hints suck ass. Or he said something like that, because I was trying to give hints without saying that there was a former TNA champion showing up. But I didn't think Raven was going to be used for this. I thought Raven was going to be used for the Eli Drake feud because of the hardcore implications. Because Eli Drake just wrestled Tommy Dreamer. So I thought he was going to have a run-in with Raven. That's how I thought it was going to happen. And I was so wrong, it's not even funny. But still, it was great to see Raven. He's one of my classic favorites from TNA. I even bought the DVD when it came out. That's how much I liked him. Just because he was so different. You know, he wasn't your typical champion. He was like, it's like the alternative rebel. You know, I don't know what else to describe him as. Like the anti, he was kind of like a, I don't know, what do they say? The anti-hero? Kind of like the anti-hero in a sense, you know? But I've always liked Raven. So when he, you know, went to TNA back in the day and became champ, what pissed me off is right before they got the TV deal, one of their TV deals, Jeff Jarrett beat him at a house show. So when the TV deal started and they went to TV, I think it was when they started with Spike, Jeff was champ again. And they showed the footage how, oh, damn, how did it go? The American, what was that tag team? I always forget the name of that tag team. The tag team that helped Jeff Jarrett win. Someone will put it in the chat. I always forget it. James Storm and Chris Harris. I'm going to kick myself so bad. It's like the American Cowboys or something. I forget. I don't know. American Outlaws? No. Anyways, I'm not going to look it up, but you know who I'm talking about. If you're watching this, I know you know who I'm talking about. But anyways, so Raven shows up with Eddie Edwards. And what did Raven say? Oh, yeah, I check myself in like once a month. It's like, what? That's some goofy shit. And he's talking to Edwards. And then he distracts one of the orderlies. Says, hey, homeboy over here messed up the chess game again. And it's just some dude in the corner, like, standing with his head against the wall in his underwear. Who is this guy? It was pretty damn funny. So the orderly's trying to get this guy out of the corner. And Raven sneaks a card key out of his back pocket. Hands it to Eddie Edwards like, here, this will open up any door. So I'm assuming Eddie Edwards is going to try to escape at some point. We'll probably get that segment next week. But Moose is so, like, nasty lately. He's hitting on Alicia Edwards. He's going to go there and do God knows what to her. He was all over Tessa tonight. We'll get to that in a little bit. Oh, my God. The dude. He's such a male hoe. He is. It's not even a pimp thing. He's such a male hoe. It's so funny. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Eddie Edwards does next week with this key card. Courtesy of the man who checked himself in, apparently, Raven. It was great to see Raven, though. It was. I was like, oh my God, Raven, really? I was laughing. I was laughing so hard, I don't even remember what he said to him. I was trying not to wake up my wife. She was sawing logs next to me. Then we get the segment with LAX, Conan, and Pentagon. And man, They're such hotheads. They're like, hey, love you. Yeah, love you. Love you. No, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. All this, camaraderie in the locker room. Hey, Andre Corbeil's in the chat. What is up? Yeah, we got a few extra viewers. And then we lose some. It's late. It's okay. What is up? Willie Bowen is in the chat. What is up? It's about time Brian Cage going for the Impact World Heavyweight title. Yes. Yes. A lot of people have been clamoring for that for a while. They were a little surprised when he went for the X Division Championship. But I think just because he is such a diverse in-ring performer, I think it was perfect. I always compared it to like Samoa Joe. Samoa's Joe. Excuse me. Damn beer. Samoa Joe is a perfect example of why Brian Cage fits in the X Division. Okay. Because Samoa Joe is an incredible athlete, but he's a big boy. Okay. But the stuff he does in the ring, which, you look at a classic Samoa Joe and you look at guys like Brian Cage or Willie Mack or Ethan Page, and it's like, oh my God, they would all fit as X Division champ. Excuse me. Damn. Body's telling me it's time to give up. I mean, go to bed, not give up. Not giving up yet. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this thing between LAX, Conan, and the Lucha Brothers. These guys are going to have it's going to be in the first week of 2019, and they're pretty much going to have like tag team match of the year. They are going to put on a match in that first week of 2019 and basically say, follow that. That's exactly what they're going to do. It's basically going to make tag team divisions and other companies go, damn. Other tag team divisions that maybe shouldn't just, constantly throw pancake parties and waste the viewers' time and insult their intelligence to boot. You know who I'm talking about. It's another reason why it drove me away. I was like, really? More pancakes? Is that what we're doing now? Great division, guys. Great division. So yeah, Conan's trying to keep the peace, the camaraderie between LAX and the Lucha Brothers. And it's they've got a month to go before the show, and Conan, if Conan wasn't bald already, he'd be going bald by a month from now. Just trying to keep the brothers like in check, the Lucha Brothers and the LAX in check, keeping them happy, keeping them calm. It's so funny. But they're all hotheads. So what are you going to do? Just buy them cases of tequila to keep them chill for a month. I don't know. So then we get updates for next week. The last qualifying matches for the Ultimate X match at Homecoming. Here we go. This is crazy. I love this. We get Rich Swann versus Dave Christ. Okay. And what's interesting about that is Willie Mack said he's going to be in the corner of Rich Swann. Obviously, OVE is going to be there. Guns blazing. Why wasn't Rich Swann in the corner of Willie Mack tonight? I smell something funny. Oh, I need a shower. Anyways, not me. So yeah, we'll see what happens next week. But yeah, this may, depending on who wins, this may put a wedge between Rich Swann and Willie Mack. I don't know. We'll see. We're also in the fourth. You know why I can't count? It's because I'm thirsty. Sorry, I know that's loud. I apologize. So tasty. We are also getting Trey Miguel from the Rascals versus Trevor Lee. Now, I know there's been a lot of talk about Trevor Lee lately in the news. He's even posted, "Don't believe everything you read." I don't know. I know he's got ties with the Hardys, so if I know how Impact fans feel about Impact roster people going to WWE. We've seen it all over the place over the course of the last few years. EC3. Mickey James. Bobby Lashley. Among many others. Eric Young. I'm forgetting someone. Oh, hell, Drew McIntyre went too. But he was in retrospect, he actually drove from the Evolve show to NXT. But anyways, so yeah, we see what WWE is doing with Impact guys. With the exception of AJ Styles. He's special. He's that pit bull that Vince McMahon wants. What the if Trevor Lee is on the radar and he wants to go, let him go. You know, like I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. As much as Impact fans may be upset about it, who are we to say what their future should be in the world of professional wrestling? Trevor Lee is a hell of an athlete. He's the, what do they call him? The Carolina Caveman. When he first walked in the door with Jeff Jarrett's crew and then became part of the Impact roster, I was like, who the hell is this guy? He looks ridiculous. And then after several X Division championship runs later, I became a fan. I was like, oh my God, this guy really is good. He is hot shit. He may be different, but he's had a hell of a run in Impact Wrestling and honestly helped the X Division Championship. He helped keep it alive and keep it flourishing amongst many talents like himself. Hell, they even had that whole X Cup thing. That's kind of a side note, but anyways, the X Division's been good the last few years. Hell, you even had the Bone Soldier, oh my God. Time to call it a night. The Bone Soldier in there. So yeah, Trey Miguel versus Trevor Lee. Rich Swann versus Dave Christ. Should be two crazy ass matches. We saw the Rascals last week, so it'll be nice to see Trey Miguel get some time to shine, because when he was out there with him, he was more of just out there with him, kind of a hype guy. Not going to call him a manager, because he really wasn't a manager. He's part of the Rascals. So can't wait to see that. It's going to be nuts. Trey Miguel. If you have not seen Trey Miguel wrestle before, he's also been on MLW lately. Just wait. He's good. Oh my God. Okay, so this is side note, and then we'll get back to this. When Trey Miguel was on MLW last week, I think it was last week, MJF, Maxwell James, whatever, the middleweight champion of MLW, was saying he kept calling him Ricochet. He was saying shit like, what's Ricochet doing in MLW? Or something like that. I don't know. Something like that. Kept referring to him as Ricochet. It was funny. And honestly, he is very similar to, his style is very similar to Ricochet. So, it's funny. Anyways, then we get to the main event. Tessa Blanchard and Moose versus Johnny, Mr. and Mrs. Impact. Great match. A lot of fun. Some comic moments. Moose trying to kiss Tessa in the start of the match because Johnny kissed Taya is like a good luck on our match kiss. Okay. Which we see couples do once in a while. You don't see a lot of couples in wrestling, though. I suppose the first one off the top of my head, couples wrestling together, couples and or husband and wife, Miz and Maurice. Perfect example. I'm sure there's many a time when they've smooched at the beginning of the match, as in, I love you, thank you for being with me out here. Whatever, So same thing, only different. But then Moose trying to get a kiss from Tessa. And then, of course, that just hilarity ensued, which it wasn't all hilarious, but there were some funny moments during the match like that. Like I said, Moose is such a hoe. Racist Fan Rocks is in the chat. Sup, dude? Wow. It is 2 a.m. and we are up to 7 viewers live. That's pretty nice. Don't forget to smash that like button and smash that sub button if you haven't subbed yet. And ring that bell for notifications. And then, dude, I'm 2 beers in. How much are you drinking? And then made me a midnight sandwich. Is that what you were trying to type first, dude? Okay, so now you're making me hungry. Shame on you. What kind of sandwich did you make? No. No. It's okay. It's okay. So what kind of sandwich do you have? Well, everybody's wondering. Everybody's wondering, aren't you? We got 7 viewers waiting patiently. Quick. What did you make? And it better be good. That's some peanut butter jelly shit. No, I'm kidding. Watch it be peanut butter jelly. I'll feel bad. Anyways. Ham sandwich with pepper jack cheese, chili peppers, and sriracha sauce. Ooh. Spicy. Nice. Definitely need a cold one with that one, eh? Yeah, now I'm hungry. Now I need a snack. Way to go, Racist Fan Rocks. Now I'm hungry. Anyways, main event. Fun match between Mr. and Mrs. Impact, Johnny and Taya, and Tessa and Moose. Johnny and Taya getting the win on this one, making Tessa tap out. You can make me a sandwich. You can make me a sandwich, but I'm not going to be able to eat it. It's just cruel, dude. It's just cruel. Oh, shit. So then after the match, hey, Blood Rain's in the chat. What is up? I jumped in late. YouTube never gave me the notification. Saw it on my recommended feed. Oh. Damn it, YouTube. It's late. All their workers are sleeping. You know, they're taking cat naps. All the people running YouTube that are supposed to be, you know, sending notifications to all my devoted viewers who ring that bell. I have no clue who all rings that bell. But thank you for joining. I appreciate it. The replay will be up on rantwithant.com probably in the morning. Because I'm not sticking around for that. I'm just going to go to bed after this. I'm going to have a snack. The bell's busted. Ring that bell for notification. Ding-a-ding-ding. The bell's busted. I'll have to fix my YouTube bell. Oh, shit. Too funny. A refresh after this is over replays the video. Yes, you will have to do that. I appreciate that. So yeah, fun match between these two teams. Tessa taps out to Taya's new move. And let me know what you think of Taya's new move. I think it's pretty badass. I mean, she's really... Since she's come back as Mrs. Johnny Impact, she's really reinvented herself. You gotta go to school tomorrow. Well, good luck in school. And stay in school, says J-Bo. Also, Taya really stuck out tonight, mainly in the front. In hubba hubba. Hubba hubba. Taya's a beautiful woman. Johnny is a very lucky man. But man, did Taya kick ass tonight. Holy shit. I mean, she's really... Tessa is tremendous. Don't get me wrong. No knocking Tessa, okay? Tessa is a tremendous knockouts champion. But Taya will just... Oh my God. I have so much love and respect for Taya. Going back to the second season of Lucha Underground. And I'm talking about a cage match between her and Brian Cage. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. If you're a Lucha Underground fan, you know what I'm talking about. That's where I became a fan of Taya. Taya's just crazy talented and tough. But she's gotten so much better over the course of the last year. I mean, she's gotten in better shape physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Married the champ. And she's, you know, at first she was like when she came to Impact Wrestling, she was the queen. Now she's kind of bringing back what she was in AAA, in a sense. The Weira Loca thing. I shouldn't call it a thing. It's who she is. It's her persona. Persona, you know, gimmick, her shtick, whatever. But it's who she is through and through. So this is like the most real she's been in a long time. This is like legit Taya Valkyrie. Taya Impact, you know. Taya Hennigan, you know. Oh, what else? It's better than Cena's STFU. It is. It is. She locks it in solid. Match at Homecoming. No DQ. This will keep Tessa from punching the refs. See, and Gail Kim didn't show up tonight, which is fine, but I still think Gail Kim should be like the special referee, guest enforcer, whatever, you know. I mean, I, as many other people, were shocked when she showed up last week. So I think she should be a part of it. Doesn't have to be. I just think it'd be cool. It'd be it'd be cool. Ultimate X Smash for the... How is... What? Who? Oh. Who's going to be in it? Well, we got two of the winners tonight. We got Ethan Page is one of them. Jake. Wait. Yeah, I get them confused. I apologize. Sometimes. Jake Christ and Ethan Page. And the other two, we've got, I think Trey Miguel is going to beat Trevor. He's gotta. But I and it's not a knock on Trevor. I just think Trey Miguel in this match is going to just make it just that much cooler. And if Trevor is leaving or taking time off or going to the WWE or whatever he's doing, if he loses it's kind of a pass of the torch to the next guys that are taking over the X division, like the guys in OVE, the Rascals, Brian Cage, or well, Brian Cage cashed it in, but you know what I mean. There's a whole new crop of guys that's the X division now. It's awesome. So Trey Miguel's gonna win. That's my prediction. And between Rich Swann and Dave Christ, that's a tough one. I mean, you could really flip a coin on that one. They're both great. And they're both well, I mean, we know how good Rich Swann is, but we also know how good Dave Christ is when the OVE guys are booked together and they're working in tandem and they're tearing the house down with whatever tag team they're against. So you put that talent in an X Division match, oh my God. OVE is got the advantage by a mile. But I really can't predict Swann or Dave. I can't. Because you could honestly see it go both ways. But I really think Trey Miguel's going to win. If you, like I said, if you have not seen Trey Miguel, just wait. That's going to be one of the best matches of next week. It's going to be so much fun. Cage proposed to Santos at an indie show. Yes, at the Bar Wrestling show last night. Was it last night or the night before? Whatever. Within the last day or so. Brian Cage proposed to Melissa Santos and she said yes. I was so happy for them. They had a kid together. I thought they were already engaged. I didn't know they weren't. But he proposed and she said yes. I'm so happy for them. I'm as I grow older, I'm becoming more of a sap like my father. Okay, it's just it made me so happy. We celebrate love here on Smash This Podcast. May they have many more lucha babies. Can't wait for that wedding. Oh, unfortunately, J-Bone from Smash This Podcast probably won't be invited. It is what it is. What else is going on here? You think Swann wins? Maybe. And maybe Willie Mack will get pissed at him and turn on him. Just a thought. Just a thought. If Dave is in it, you know there's going to be a crazy spot. Oh, of course. OVE is... Hell, look at tonight. Look at that top rope cutter from Jake Christ to Willie Mack. That was insane. Good night. That was nuts. We welcome our parents. It's true. Or we become our parents. It's true. Yeah. I'm becoming more and more like my dad all the time. I have inherited his goofy ass sense of humor. Mine's like at the next level as far as goofy sense of humor. But it totally originated from him. And my wife is seeing that more and more. And she's just kind of like, you know, why did I marry this guy? No, she's happy. It's not a knock on my dad. I love my dad. He's special. But yes, we totally do become our parents. Well, Dave did go 104 minutes with Dave Starr, and it was an amazing match. Is that on YouTube? I would love to see that. She'll commit you to Shady Acres alongside Eddie and Raven. Oh no. Oh no. That's so funny. That makes me want to cry. That's some funny shit, dude. That is some funny shit. Thank you. I love you guys. I do. You make me laugh. I needed that. I really did. It's been a long freaking day. So, okay, let's wrap this up. Like I said, Johnny and Taya win. And then the end is interesting. Okay. The end builds drama. I haven't talked about that yet. It's 24/7. Oh, man. Yes, right? Long week. Moose spears John. Okay, these are my notes. Moose spears Johnny at the end of the match. Tessa then attacks Taya, and she's about to nail her with a chair. Cross comes down and stops her. Well, I mean, it makes sense that he stops her, but it's so weird. It's like, whoa, wait, what's the psychology here? And then, damn, excuse me, Cage comes down, wipes out Moose, suplexes Cross in his trench coat, and he just stands up. He just rolls through it like, gotcha, bitch. It's like, and Cross, oh my God, did you hear the pop Cross got? Remember, this is Vegas. This is cross country. Cross gets a hell of a pop. And then Tessa, Cross, and Moose all leave together. And Cage checks on Taya. And they quickly explain, which they have before, but they quickly explain again that Johnny and Taya and Cage all worked together in Mexico. So they're close friends. And so when Cage checks on Taya and she's really, she's out of it. When she realizes that she's got Brian on one side and her hubby on the other, she's like, oh shit, And the look on her face is priceless. It's what's going to be the thumbnail for the video. I posted it on Twitter, but I didn't make the cover. But that's going to be that. So that's how Impact ends, is the stare down between Cage and Johnny. Priceless. Like I said, we've got a month to go on this. And that would have been like the perfect ending to just, boom, Sunday, do it. But we've got a month to go. What the hell is gonna? Obviously, we have to have more of a build-up with Cross. Cross is still trying to convince Johnny that he needs his alliance. Oh my God. I love the champ and I love Cross. And this whole thing is just, oh my God. It's driving me nuts. Because if you've watched my channel, I want to see the AAA alliance of Taya, Johnny, and Cross. They were together last year, completely dominated AAA, destroyed everyone. And I mean every fucking one. There wasn't anyone left. Cruiserweights, heavyweights, all the chicas decimated. Bad. The footage is out there. Go, if you want quick footage, go to Cross's YouTube channel from about a year ago. He uploaded all of it and homemade promos. Sick stuff. You'll love it. Shows the devastation that they did, or mainly him, but you know what I mean. Cross is pretty much demanding a AAA championship match now. He's undefeated for 2 years. Give him a damn championship. This is not rocket science, Vampiro. Give it to him. Just fucking give it to him. Because they didn't do it in Impact Wrestling, so we got to give him more belts somewhere. I know he's got a championship somewhere else, but I can't say where. YouTube doesn't have the match, sadly, but they talk about it. They talk. Okay, thank you. You know, it'll probably end up there someday. Someone will upload it, or some company will, wherever it was. Cross face turn, but nope. They have their motives. Yeah. It's Cross is riding that fine line. It's like trying to figure Cross out is like, you can't. We have to wait a month to see what's going to happen. And I'm going to go nuts. I'm going to end up drinking like a 6-pack during these reviews. Like, I can't stand it. What the fuck is going on with this guy? It's what it's going to come down to. I'm going to just lose it. Cross has gotten Pops' entire taping block. Yeah, he has. Like, this is Vegas. Vegas, they love him. They're very proud of his success, which makes sense. It's awesome. Which also, it adds to the psychology. The crowd actually adds to the psychology of the segments. Like, the crowd is trying to back Cross and convince Johnny that he should go with Cross. Like, yes, take his hand. Yes, go with him. The crowd's like, yeah, come on, egging him. Like, do it. And Johnny's like, like me after a month. Vampiro's too busy asking for his effing music in for. You heard that too? Oh my god. Oh. I watched it live. It was so effing funny live because he's going back and forth between it was Matt Stryker and Vampiro. And it was right before he was doing the music thing when he was like, you know, being called out by, was it Conan? It was Conan. Conan and, the Mad Guys. M-A-D, the Mad Guys. I think it was right before that. And they were, I don't know what the hell they were doing. Vampiro goes, uh-oh. And all of a sudden you hear those, but in all seriousness, Vampiro's in really bad fucking shape. He's in a wheelchair lately. After that match with Crazy Steve, the coffin match. I hope he can rehab out of this, but it makes me sad that guys who shouldn't do certain things in the ring, or they know they're injured to the point where they shouldn't wrestle and they do it anyways for the love of the business. It's like, we love the people we love. Okay? It's like, name your favorite. Now, picture them crippled to the point that they can barely walk and they're in a wheelchair after their last match. Do you really want to see them wrestle again? Okay, yeah, maybe part of you does, but not if it's going to like cripple them. We love the action, we love our favorites, but damn, it's like, Vampiro, you don't have to anymore. You've given your entire life to wrestling. Don't paralyze yourself, for Christ's sakes. It's not worth it. Oh, we'll read a few more things, then we'll get the hell out of here. Cross is gone. Okay. Vampiro's. Okay, we said that was funny. Killer Cross is undefeated for 2 years. Like, for Jay Briscoe. Yeah. Yeah, Jay Briscoe was undefeated for quite a while. I love the Briscoes. I've loved the Briscoes. I can't say since day one. But when ROH got that TV deal in 2012, I believe, and it started the whole comeback of Kevin Steen, Owens at the time, and they had Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas. Oh my God. The whole roster was so damn good. They even came back to Milwaukee after like 10 years during that segment, or that timeline. And I saw them live. Oh, that was such a fun time. It was a fun show too when they came to Milwaukee. That first big comeback show to Milwaukee. Friggin' quick story, then we'll wrap this up. I know I keep saying that. I just love talking. Was it Mark Briscoe? Mark Briscoe jumped from the balcony. Mark Briscoe jumped from the balcony of the Turner Hall ballroom to whoever was in the ring, Owens or Jimmy Jacobs. That was the other tag team they wrestled that night. Jumped from the balcony to the ring. Crazy son of a bitch. Put someone through a table. The footage is out there. It was insane. I love the Briscoes. They're nuts. Bunch of chicken fuckers. I've been tweeting to Cross that Johnny's making a huge mistake not taking Cross's services. Yes, I think he is. Because Brian Cage is a bad motherfucker. He's, oh my God. Cage is so good. He really is. What I'm afraid of, because Cross is so cynical, it's so hard to trust him or figure him out. I'm afraid that... I'm not afraid. I'm afraid that Cross is going to cross Johnny and actually end up deceiving him and helping Brian at Homecoming. And if I just jinxed it, I apologize. But that was one of the first things I was thinking when this whole thing started. I was like, what if Cross comes down with Johnny? Because you know what's going to. And then he ends up turning on him and helping Brian win. Oh my God, that would just be like, what? Oh, could you hear Don Callis now? Could you hear Don Callis? What? The classic, what? It's so damn funny. Briscoes haven't gone to the company with an E. They were interested in the Briscoes about 5 years ago. But after the Briscoes tryout, and the Briscoes actually cut a promo on this, they were told they weren't, and this is so fucking goofy. They were told that the Briscoes weren't cosmetically, ready for this? Cosmetically pleasing. Now, mind you, as much as that's laughable, this is before the whole Bray Wyatt thing. Like backwoods, alternative looking WWE superstar. Okay? Bray Wyatt was a huge change in that. So before Bray Wyatt got a big like push and he was different and he was just, Bray Wyatt was Bray Wyatt and the whole Bray Wyatt crew, Harper and Rowan. When the Briscoes came in, they were looked at like, yes, they were incredible ring technicians, high flyers and whatnot. But Mark's missing teeth, they're tatted up. They look like some backwoods chicken fuckers. But us as wrestling fans, who are Ring of Honor fans, love the Briscoes. We don't care how odd they look or how backwoods chicken fucker they look. They're incredible. At the time, WWE didn't get it. So, have they maybe changed their thought process on bringing the Briscoes in? Absolutely. But after that first tryout and after being told that, the Briscoes wouldn't go, never, no. You could hold a shotgun to the Briscoes' heads, they would not go. They would die on their farm first. Because after what they were told that first time, no way in hell. Cross for president. I love you guys. You guys are so goofy. And it's a good thing haven't gone there. No, yeah, they haven't. Yeah, they never will. Briscoes have a checkered past with homophobia. Okay, they may have said some discolored things in the past, but it obviously hasn't hurt their career. They're still on top of Ring of Honor, and fans still love and respect them. Worse. Yeah. Crap under the rug. Bray's buried now. Yeah, who knows what's up with Bray, but I really could care less. I mean, they're not doing two shits with him, and I could give two shits about the company. And you guys know how I stand with the WWE now. I would much rather support a growing brand like this. Yeah. And if the ratings keep tanking horribly, enough said. Anyways, I am exhausted. And after 2 beers, that's my limit because I just get stupid then. WWE can bury itself. Exactly. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. Vince McMahon is just throwing all the writers out and writing all this pissing on robes bullshit himself. He's destroying his own company. It's perfect. He can do it. Still blame the Smarks. Long live everyone else outside the bubble. We are the outside bubble. It's our bubble. My bubble. So yeah, solid episode of Impact Wrestling. Thank you all for tuning in so like ridiculously late at night. If you came in late, this will be up sometime later today, tomorrow, whatever. It's tomorrow when I wake up, okay? This will be up on rantwithant.com. Oh! Okay, so rantwithant.com just had a big meeting with all the podcasts involved in the rantwithant.com family. I was not involved in the meeting because I had to work Tuesday night. But the result of the meeting is, and I'll let you guys, I'll probably say this like every week leading up to the new year. But Smash This Podcast is going to be making its debut in 2019. The Impact reviews for rantwithant.com on, ready for this? iTunes. Smash This Podcast will be on iTunes. Don't ask me how it's going to get there because I tried looking into the process and I have no freaking clue what I'm doing. But apparently it's going to happen. So, Smash This Podcast is going to be on iTunes. There have been requests, not many. But I'm not an iTunes guy, so I don't understand the demand for it. So, that means growth. Yes, it is growth. It's another outlet for this podcast. It'll be audio. Okay? So, just this podcast in audio format. So, I'm excited for it. Jordan Grace on iTunes. What? What are you drinking tonight, Andre? You're so goofy. They could also put it on SoundCloud. Yeah, I don't know. I know Rant With Ant and a bunch of them are on Google Play. I know that. They're on iTunes. They're on Google Play. Some of the podcasts are on SoundCloud. I don't know. I mean, I don't think all the podcasts are all on the same thing. Some of them have, like, I think they're all on the Wrestle Addict Radio iTunes, but I don't think they're all on SoundCloud. Some of the newer guys that have joined the Wrestle Addict Radio Rant With Ant crew are on SoundCloud. I'm still... We're all in the same chat. We're all kind of getting to know each other still, which is cool. It's, we're all supporting each other. It's all podcast love. It's all good. So, who knows? In 2019, and I'm still learning who's all covering what, who all is talking about what brands or what subjects, whatever. I may have some of them guest on here in the new year. Who knows? So, very excited for that. And then the Smash This Podcast theme park. Yes. What? I got nothing. You're so goofy. Thank you. The TV show, the eventual theatrical movie starring J-Bo. No, I'm not that sexy. Thank you, though. Who's gonna play J-Bone in the theatrical movie of Smash This Podcast? Be nice. Oh wait, no. You guys are so effing goofy. I love you. All right, we're getting out of here. Tired, very tired, and I'm hungry still. Where's my sandwich? Damn it! And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go up the chat and look. Racist Fan Rocks owes me a sandwich. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in this so late on a Thursday night, early Friday morning, whatever time zone you're in. Hell, it could be next week already in some place, somewhere. I don't know. Some planet. E.T.'s watching, didn't you know? We're just getting retarded now. Oh, I can't say that. J-Bone says it. Get over it. Bruce Willis? What? Oh, Bruce Willis is going to play J-Bone and Smash the Podcast, the movie? Yes. Oh my God. E.T.'s an impact. Okay, we're cutting this. Oh. No, I'm just like laughing and crying because I'm so tired and so hungry, and this is just getting stupid and hilarious. I love you guys. Thank you. Oh. I can't wait to tell my wife tomorrow about all this goofy shit. I love you guys. All right. And I know I've said that a million times. I'm just overtired. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Have a tremendous weekend. Share the podcast if you're digging the product. Oh. And I never talk about this, but I should. If you're digging the product, and I know you do, I've got sweatshirts for sale in the link below. Down here, right? No, not down here. Down in the description. T-shirts, sweatshirts, tank tops, and the logo is badass. Would look great on a sweatshirt because you know what, baby, it's cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside. Go get yourself a sweatshirt. It's that time of year. It's almost Christmas. And just splurge on yourself. You deserve it. You're a devoted viewer of Smash This Podcast. And I love you. So go buy one. I need to buy one too. I really do. What the hell? The host doesn't have one? No, the host needs to buy one. Yes. It's warm outside here. Really? Just for that, you owe me a sandwich too. It's warm outside here. Kiss my ass. It's like 20 degrees here. I don't want to hear about your... I don't want to know how warm it is there. It's, how cold is it here? It's 15 fucking degrees here. I love you guys. Good night.